Welcome to A Week in the Life of a Placement Student. I'm David, a geography student at the University of Southampton. I'm working as a social impact and sustainability lead at S3 Paddle. I mainly work from home, but sometimes I go to our venues if I need to do things on site. Every Monday we have team meetings where we all give our update and hear what everyone's up to. Last Monday I headed down to Sutton to take some photos of some products and set up a bike rack, as you can see, to encourage sustainable travel. Then on Tuesday I worked from home making progress on our B Corp certification. I spent a lot of time on Excel and getting to know it really well. Then I headed out Tuesday evening to my first ever work trip where I got the tube and the train all the way up to Gloucester. It was really fun going into London from Paddington all the way up to Gloucester, and I even got some work done on the train up thanks to a good steady internet connection. I was heading up to Gloucester to volunteer at the first UK paddle convention, and here you can see my first hotel room. Not too shabby, thanks to S3 Paddle for hooking this up for me. I arrived early at 8:30 in the morning to help set up the convention, and soon after, hundreds of people flooded the venue and made it a real atmosphere. I talked to people, handed out leaflets, networked with a bunch of people, and even did some photography. It was really fun, and I got an amazing hoodie. Of course, I had my lunch at Burger King with one of my good friends, Keith, who works for S3 Paddle. I then headed back into the venue for more exhibitions and more panellists, and they spent the rest of the day packing down, and the next morning, after a team breakfast, headed back into London, got the tube home, and ended the week by sending my manager an email of everything I got done. After that, I started my presentation for a careers talk at Southampton late in the evening. Woke up early on Friday morning, got the train, it was delayed, had to wait in Basingstoke for half an hour in the waiting room, and then played tennis with my good friend Joe, who I studied abroad with, and then headed to the geography space in Building 44 for a great talk. I really enjoyed talking to students about my experience and how I got my job, and I even talked a little bit about myself and my advice for all of them. I started my Saturday morning with a park run. My foot is injured at the moment, so I was just supporting my friends. Shout out Joe, it was his 250th park run. After a good bowl of oats, which reminded me of Norway, I headed over to Wide Lane, our sports ground at Southampton, for a Movember football tournament. After a good warm shower and a change of clothes, I went to a surprise 21st birthday party and reunited with my friend Emma, who I hadn't seen in almost a year. I had a great time socialising and making some new friends. I then woke up on Sunday morning and took the coach back at the trains were not running. And that's it for my week. I hope you enjoyed seeing what it's like to be a placement student.